Hello everybody, my name is Rosencrantz and this is Guildenstone and we are very much still alive.
Just kidding, it's Aaron and Ari here. Welcome back to another episode of a podcast where two theatre people who are fairly unqualified in theatreness talk theatre.
The frame looks remarkably very little red.
I know,
Which
it's
is
really
unusual.
dark. I
Yeah.
apologise, it's kind of gross.
Bit of a candid episode today.
We weren't going to film,
But
hence the lack
Yeah,
of...
but it's okay. We set everything up. We did a rehearsal, which was good.
Yeah, we're really dark and gloomy. So it's about
Yeah.
that. This is blue. I'm in, not
Mine's
very bright
black,
today.
But I got blue pants on.
I was at work, came straight from work.
Yeah.
This is my work outfit apparently.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a flex there. Just
Came from work because I have a job. Imagine making money. Wild. I also have... Aaron too has a job, but
I
this
also have a job.
isn't a stab
But I
at
don't
him.
brag. You don't see me bragging about it.
Yeah, I don't know why it sounded like I was being
No.
there was no spite intended.
But we have been rehearsing.
We have.
Which has been really good, actually,
Yes,
surprisingly. So we're well on track. We're keeping on moving.
Yeah.
We want to get the whole thing blocked by the end of July, which will probably almost certainly happen.
Are we in July now?
Yes.
Yes, so we are.
We just started July. So we have
I was like,
we
what
have
month
three
is it?
by 3 full weeks
Yeah.
to finish blocking.
Oh, that's
the
a good
show,
goal.
which
I
is
didn't know
plenty
that
of
was our
time.
goal, but
That was my goal.
Aaron's just told me
Well,
that's our goal.
I would
and
assume
I like
would assume that if we wanted to put the show on by the end of August, it needed to be fully blocked by the end
Definitely.
of July. Yeah. So in
True.
that case,
Actually, yeah, we need a hustle.
but that's plenty
We're
of time.
halfway
We're already
through.
halfway through, and we have
Yeah.
3 weeks to go. Doesn't mean we can slack off, but we do have plenty of
Definitely
time.
can't slack
No,
off.
no
I
slacking
haven't
off.
started
Here.
slacking off. Stressed. No, I'm actually really chill.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm a little bit anxious of is like lines.
Yeah.
I think at this time.
Yeah. I
And
think so
knowing
too.
what happens when.
Yeah.
Because I've never done a show where I've never done a two-hander. You haven't done a two-hander, have you?
Yeah. Well, not
Not an official
two-hander.
two-hander. I've never done like I've done things that are close to.
Yeah, I've done.
But I've
things
never
that are
done
close.
a two-hander
No,
where you don't leave the stage.
But the two-handers the semi-two-handers that I have done have had about 50 minutes worth of two-hander content, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's less that and more the reality that I have to remember what comes next. There's
That's
so
true.
many props in
Yep.
this show, which is what we just did. We just
Yes.
sat down and wrote a props list. There are so many props.
A lot of the props. To the audience at home, I'd like you to hit us up on Instagram or on
Yeah, hit
YouTube
me
comments. Because when we were making this props list, Ari kept going, "Oh, that's a prop." And I was like, "That's not a prop. That's something that we have on the stage the whole time and don't."
What's the
doesn't move
definition between a prop or difference between a prop
and
and
a
a
set.
set?
What is the difference?
Well, I don't know. Now I'm having
Yes.
a midlife crisis because I was convinced that anything you interact with is anything that you like. I don't know, because I was like, yes, our kettle is a prop because we're using it and it's like pouring tea. But Aaron was like, no.
But the kettle doesn't move from the spot. Once you pick the kettle up, it goes back exactly where it is. It's a stationary item.
But then by that premise, you sit on a couch.
Yeah.
The couch doesn't
couch
move,
isn't a
so it's
prop.
set. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't. But I feel like you would say it's a prop based on that definition.
But a kettle isn't a prop. A kettle is part of the set because a kettle,
but it's
like
not
a
because you
couch.
lift it up and you move it around.
Yeah, but you can also touch a couch. Doesn't mean that it doesn't move from that point. But no matter what happens, once you pick up the kettle. No, but you don't move the kettle either, right? The kettle, no matter what happens, if you pick up the kettle, it always goes back on top of where the kettle part is. The kettle part doesn't move. So the kettle isn't going to somehow end up somewhere
But then
else.
the clocks are part of the set because they don't
Yes,
move.
I agree.
But then I pick one up.
So what? You put it back.
Yeah, but you said they were props.
Well, the clock. I was
One
going by
clock is
your.
a prop
I
and
was
the
going
other
by
clock
your
isn't a prop.
definition, which is the fact that everything that you touch is a prop.
No,
which
not
I don't agree
everything
with.
that you touch, anything that you like. I don't know.
Interact with.
Yeah,
but by
but-
that same
But
token,
that's true because if you think about it, a set designer doesn't have anything to do with the props. A set designer
True.
will not pick out that kind of stuff. The set designer purely looks at the architectural.
so what happens in the difference between set dressing, right?
That's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, I know. But what if you interact with stuff that's in the
directorial.
what if you interact with stuff that's in the set dressing, but always goes back to where it was? Does it then suddenly become prop? I
Yeah,
actually don't
yeah,
know.
that's
I'm
a
not trying
prop.
to
That's
I'm
a
actually
prop.
just curious. Yeah.
100%.
So in this case, for example, we have a kettle that sits on
That is a
stage and is
prop.
always there. It's picked up and it's moved, but it always goes back to the same spot.
I
By
think that's a
definition,
prop.
you would call it a prop.
I think so.
We're on semantics here. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter
No,
what
it
it is.
literally doesn't matter.
But I wouldn't call it a prop because, in my opinion, what makes something a prop is its ability to move and not be tied to the space, whereas a kettle is tied to the space. It always
Yeah.
has to go back to a
It's
place.
so
There is a
confusing.
there is a set place for the kettle. There is no set place for any of our other props. If that
There
makes
is
sense.
though. Mugs belong in a cupboard.
Yeah, but they're not always in the cupboard. They don't always go back to the cupboard. They float. the kettle doesn't float, you know?
I guess so. I don't know. I still find it really hard to believe that is something you can consider the set.
I would. But the bottom part of, if it's an electric kettle, that what does the kettle itself is the problem, and the bottom part of the kettle is set, because that doesn't move. We don't
No,
interact
as far
with
as
that.
I'm concerned, the set is a counter, a table, and a sofa.
Yeah,
Everything else is a prop.
Chairs?
Yeah, that's a set.
Okay, that's set.
Yeah.
But chairs,
the table and
chairs
chairs,
can
the
move.
sofa.
Chairs can float.
That's your definition then. So you're saying...
No. I'm saying by your definition, right? You can move a chair. That doesn't. It's not a prop.
No. I haven't established my definition. I haven't said a definition yet.
No, but I'm just curious. Like where
my definition is anything that isn't the set, which is the table and chairs, the sofa and the counter,
is a prop.
Okay,
yeah.
Because whoever designs the set designed the counter, the table and chairs, the sofa, and the shelving.
Yeah,
everything else is brought in. Like it's like furnishings. It's like, when you get a house, you buy a house, you don't buy it with, some people buy houses with like furniture, but that's the difference, right? You can buy a furnished set or you can buy an unfurnished set.
Yeah.
So the unfurnished set is just the large bits of furniture.
Yeah.
And then everything else is a prop. I don't know. Who knows?
I'm not.
If both of our phones and every technological device wasn't currently filming our faces,
No, but there's no definition to what a prop is. I don't think you'd find it on Google.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
You can find everything on Google.
Either way, I just think it's an
Editor
interesting...
Aaron, can you check that for us?
Yes.
Thanks, Editor
Did somebody
Aaron.
say Editor Aaron? So I looked up prop versus set plays, and one of the first things that comes up, it says that prop designers are more concerned with general items or things, and set designers are more concerned with how the play moves and the setting changes. So Ari was right. I don't know why I thought she wouldn't be. She is qualified in this, but yes, I was wrong. By definition, the kettle would be a prop because it doesn't change the scenery. So yeah, there you go. Hope you've all learned something. I know I sure have. Goodbye. Wow, I can't believe it. Editor Aaron, that's so cool. Thank you for informing us. Now
we know what a prop is.
Now we know what a prop is, and so do you.
I wish I did know what a prop is right now rather than...
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll look it up after the recording, so that way we'll know.
No, I'll wait till this episode releases and Editor Aaron tells me.
Okay, good.
Anyway,
but yeah.
How's your week been? Let's just chat about weeks.
It was good. I worked yesterday and Monday. It was the first time I've worked consecutively in a long time. Work's been quiet and I've been busy.
Bright and early mornings. So Aaron gets
the
matcha latte art on,
It's true. I did like you sending me some, and then I would have my coffee, but it would be just like so.
My matcha art is terrible. Insert photo here.
No. I haven't edited a podcast in like 2 weeks. I have to edit another video for next week, which will be really good, by the way. Go and check out my other channel. Got a video on Fortnite coming out on Monday.
So you have time to edit this one.
I do, but
there you go. Here's matcha art. Here's Monday and here's Tuesdays. I sent them on
you
both
can
days.
see the massive difference between Mondays, but Mondays was like somewhat nice. Like it looked like a cool, and then Tuesdays was just.
I over milked it.
Was nothing.
It was too much milk.
You really milked it on Tuesday.
I did a really good one this morning though. I didn't take a photo of it. It was
it's okay. I need to wake up early.
It was like an abstract cat. Is what I'd call it. It was like abstract cat.
Yeah.
It sounds like one of the Did you ever play that game? What's it called? It was like it's a cat game, and it's like a rainbow cat, and it like the cat poops rainbows.
Nyan cat.
Yeah, it's the one.
Lots to unpack there, ladies and gentlemen. All of you at home probably went through the exact same experience that I just went. That it was like cat game, Nyan cat, but that's not a game. But Ari would know that. She just sees it as pixelated and would assume it was a video game.
Is it not a video game?
No, it's a video. It's like a YouTube video.
I remember playing with arrow keys.
Oh, maybe you probably played some mod or you probably made... Yeah, okay, in that case, yeah, there probably exists in the Nyan cat game. It's interesting. I didn't realize that was what you thought that was from, because it's from a YouTube video.
Oh.
But anyway, that's okay. We're all learning here.
That's what I was thinking about. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But now there's a memory that I have that clearly is not true.
Well, maybe
I was about to say you could pick your cat, and abstract cat could be one of the...
Yeah, one of the Nyan cats that you can pick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I definitely said Nyan.
Well, either way. I think
or
I
it
did
can
for
be
a
one
while
of the
as well.
cats in Cats the musical. Abstract cat.
2019 musical. No, it's not 2019. I'm just thinking of the movie now. Every time someone says cats, I just think of the movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Controversial opinion!
Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched it twice.
Because I remember when the trailer came out and everyone was like, "That's one of the worst things I've ever seen," and Ari was like, "I actually don't mind this," and I was like, "Okay."
I loved it. It's not that I didn't mind it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was an absolute bop. I watched it twice. I would watch it again. It was enjoyable. To all you cat haters out there,
nope, you're a cat lover in this.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. I don't know why everyone had such a big problem with it being,
no, keep on.
Weird.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you saw. I'm not on the TikToks.
Neither am I.
I have another thing about TikTok. But see a bunch of these young lads are wearing suits to go and see the Minions movie. So a bunch of like 17, 18-year-olds are wearing full suits, going like this and being like, would like tickets to see Minions Rise of Gru, please. And they sit in the cinemas like this. But apparently they're like vandalizing cinemas and like leaving crap all over the floors, which that's not gentlemanly of you. No. Just go in your suits, watch the movie and come home,
Why
please.
Are you going
be nice,
to
man.
But
it's because it's funny. It's a kid's film and these guys are like, oh yes, this is true cinema. We're going to wear suits and go and watch the movie together.
Minions is true cinema.
Well, that's the joke. It's just
Minions is like
Minions. Yeah.
I love Minions. But why
it's a TikTok.
Oh, okay. I need to get back on the TikTok.
I was thinking of starting so this is my
You were thinking of starting a TikTok?
Yes.
Oh god.
Unironically. And I know I have spoken before on this podcast about how
hates TikTok.
I don't like TikTok, and when you would send me TikToks I would cringe. But on the way home from work, because I was talking with this guy at work about TikToks, and I was like, I have some ideas that would work as short form videos. And I'm like, they'd just be TikToks. And I was like, do I then make them? And I was like,
yes, I support your creative endeavors.
Yeah, thank you. TikTok. I'm glad we've come full circle now.
TikTok on the clock.
That's what I called the notes that I wrote all the ideas in. It's called the Kesha song. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say go check out the TikTok. I don't even know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe I will. Maybe
check out his TikTok. ALD presents.
It will be probably because it'll be a cross promotion thing, right? Because
you'll be like, head to my YouTube channel for further content.
Yeah.
For those of you sitting there going, I'm bored of hearing Ari talk, go to a channel where you can just listen to Ari talk.
You said Ari talk and I was like...
Ari talk. If you're bored of listening to Ari talk, go to a channel where you can just listen to Aaron talk. That was the sentence that I was trying to create. But
yeah, and as opposed to watching a podcast where I wait for Ari to finish so that I can talk again, I can just keep talking and not have to worry about her.
Yeah.
I just keep talking.
Go back to episode 1 where it's just Aaron talking and me going... Because I never knew when to actually.
Yeah, but we aren't recording that.
That was episode 1 of the
video
OG podcast minus the video. We got better once the video started in terms of like.
Well, that was because we've been doing it for a year. Yeah. I think we'd.
But like the very first Spotify podcast on Spotify, episode 1, Joan Beginnings. Yes, I remember the title. Wow. That had a lot
how
of
far
Aaron,
we've come.
a lot of Aaron talking and a lot of me going, yeah, cool, yeah, great, awesome, yeah,
great,
yeah. Nope. Yep. Well, it was just a lot of that. But then we learned to alternate, pass the talking stick.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was your week?
It was great. I had a great week.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I just had work and other things in life and yeah.
Yeah, great.
But like a disturbing absence of like rehearsals other than our rehearsals. So I was like, whoa, imagine only rehearsing for one show, which was really fun and really chill. And I actually just had a few early nights, which was great because I feel like I haven't done that.
Because I was bored all the time.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons.
Yeah, there is.
But also like it's.
And I'm on school. I'm on school holidays. I don't go to school. I work at a school. School holidays are currently occurring, so there's a lack of children and also like pressing work.
That's what happens when school holidays finishes. All the children disappear.
They all go,
and then they come back 3 weeks later, and you're like, oh, all the kids are back. What happened? Where have you been for 3 weeks?
No, I don't know. I don't know how to make that reference.
In the Nyan Cat? What are you going to say?
No, I was going to make a Minecraft reference.
Wow.
But I don't know Minecraft well enough.
Yeah, I mean, the kids play the Minecraft.
What's the place where you go through the purple wall?
The Nether.
Yeah, that's the one I was like, they're in the Nether, but then I didn't know if that was actually it.
I didn't know you knew there was a portal in Minecraft.
Yeah, I remember. I played Minecraft back in my day.
Back in my day,
creative mode.
I played creative mode.
I made big old tree houses, and that was it.
Great.
Run away from the scary green-headed people. Yeah, I enjoyed Minecraft. That was a good game.
It is fun.
Yeah.
We here at RNG, I like to play games. I try to get Ari to play more games. Maybe
I don't play many games.
There's some time in the future when we have more time and
that we'll play. Hey, we did do one game.
We did that one game, which I thought was a good game.
Fun.
That was fun.
I would play more games. I just get bored.
Yeah. I get bored of most other things.
I'm just too... I can't sit still for that long. It's just...
Well, speaking of sitting still for this long, I had to watch 2.5 hours of a Stranger Things finale. The last episode of Stranger Things is 2.5 hours.
That's a feature film.
Exactly. It's longer than a feature film. I could watch 2 movies in the time it took me to watch 1 episode of Stranger Things.
Why?
I don't know.
Is there another season coming out?
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry to all of you.
Yes!
It's been at least a week and a half. You've seen it already. But I thought it was going to be the end. So I was like, 2.5 episode, they'll do some big shebang, it'll be the end.
And then they were like, but wait, there's more.
Sorry, surprise, you're going to have to watch 8-hour episodes next whenever they come out. And I'm like,
full days.
I wouldn't be surprised if like the next season is just Netflix going like, hey, here's 17 hours. He's a 17-hour long episode. You can watch it and split it up however you want. Because that's what it is at this point. It's like...
take your pick, make your episodes
it's not like it's an hour chunk. It's like, here, if you feel like you want to take a break, and come back.
Why 2.5 hours though?
I don't know. It's just long. They had a lot of things to wrap up, I guess.
But why couldn't they split that up into 3?
You're a great question.
Okay.
There was a lot of times where I was like, this could have been the end of the episode and the next one could have started.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because
it's experimental. But
I think the general consensus in the world is that like shorter episodes are better. Is that true?
That's what TikTok is prioritizing.
For me, I would like my episodes no longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit still for longer than 30 minutes, or I just often don't have time for anything longer than 30 minutes. Yeah. So why are people suddenly like, what is this new thing with feature films going for 3 hours?
I don't know.
Like, who decided
it's
that
because
was okay?
TV is getting longer. So what happens is like, because TV is 10 hours, film has to be 3 hours, because TV used to be like 30 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So because
it's like this, like slowly, like raising standards.
It's
so
like,
now
like
that Stranger Things has whipped out a 2.5 hour finale, which is not a finale because they've got another season coming out.
Yeah.
Does that mean films are now going to be like 5 hours?
I feel like
that's like half a day.
We're getting to a point where like the difference between TV and movies don't exist anymore. Like you go watch 2.5 hours Stranger Things in the cinema and it's a movie by definition, but technically it's not in the same way that like you have to watch 25,000 movies to watch a Marvel film in order to understand the story. In the same way that if you watch a TV show without seeing season 1, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Like that. I have a whole video on my channel about this. Go and watch it. But yeah, like it's a really, I don't know. It's an interesting part. I think it's exciting, but it's also like, can we just make everything short?
Yeah.
Just make everything TikToks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a bit of a struggle for the industry and my brain.
I mean,
to comprehend.
It's interesting. I mean, in terms of our context of our show, it's 50 minutes, right? Or at least we're
I
aiming
like
for
that.
50
minutes.
I agree.
Like
I think that's like the perfect time.
Optimum engagement. Long enough that you're like, there's enough time to flesh everything out. Short enough that people aren't going to be like, I need to pee.
Yep.
Like, that's the other thing. Like, when you start making movies that are that long, people need to eat. You're not meant to go for longer than 3 hours without eating.
Really?
That's a true thing. You're meant to eat every 3 hours. It's like that. Like, or like, I mean, you know, for optimal health.
I eat every 30 minutes.
Yeah, same.
That's because I'm extra healthy. That's what it means. Yeah.
When you eat, if
you gotta optimize it.
Multiples of 3 only though. So every 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 30 minutes, or you know. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like you need to pee or eat or you know, how? Acclaimed
director Alfred Hitchcock, who you are unknowingly quoting. So because you have this, you're just as smart as him. In terms
Clearly,
of, he's noted as saying that like the length of a movie will always be limited by the size of the human bladder.
That's funny.
Which is great.
Hey, I said that.
Yeah, but like Yeah, you said the same thing. You said the same thing.
I said people need to pee
without even knowing it. But yeah, you're right, because he's like, if movies, you know, a movie will always have to be as long as somebody can hold their pee for, because otherwise they're gonna have to leave, because those are like bodily functions. So as opposed to making Dune 3.5 hours, let people pee. Let people pee.
Let them eat cake and let people pee.
You know, apparently Maria, you know, that quote, "Let them eat cake," isn't about cake. It's about bread.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was about cake.
Oh.
I thought she was just telling everyone to eat cake.
Yeah, eat cake.
That's what I thought. I didn't know. How am I supposed to know?
But why can't movies start incorporating intermissions? Like if they're going to make them that long, a long time. Did they?
Back in the olden days.
So like theatre?
Great. There was a 20-minute intermission in the middle of movies.
If you're going to make your movie longer than 2.5 hours or whatever, put an intermission.
Yeah, same with the
real straightforward.
I guess back in the day, because I think once like the multiplex began, so you'd have multiple cinemas showing multiple movies at once. It was hard to create like a hub that people could come through during an intermission. But if you go to like classic cinemas, like in Melbourne, there's a few that still do like it's still like a one screen cinema. So you'll go and you watch the movie, and they'll like if it's an older film that has an intermission inbuilt, you'll be able to come out into the lobby and get more snacks.
And you get more food.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're just upping your sales. You're getting more food.
Yeah.
You can get.
You're right. Like that what was a very normal thing back in the day, and then now, because, I don't know why. I think it's because TV got longer, but TV, at least you can always pause and pee. You can't do that in the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
So movies
or you can carry it with you to the toilet. Imagine that.
Oh. Carrying pee with you. I was like, what? What are you carrying with you?
Carry your device.
Yeah.
To the bathroom.
We've all done that. We've all been watching something on Netflix and then you pull out your phone and get to the same spot and like. And
I've never done that.
You never done that?
No.
I always do that.
I've taken my laptop into the bathroom before.
Yeah, but if I'm watching on TV, I can't take the TV into the toilet.
Oh yeah, see, I don't have a TV.
Yeah, that's why.
I just use it on my laptop.
So yeah,
I've taken my
watch
laptop.
on the big screen.
It's not as enjoyable though. I like being cozy when I'm watching TV.
That's true, but I also like big screens.
Fair.
Bigger screens.
Fair is square. Anyway,
there's no intermission in our show.
Whoa.
No, I was just thinking about that, right? But there is no intermission.
That was me changing gears, by the way.
I drive an automatic.
That was
Yeah, gear shifting. It's not that far unrelated. You were trying to end it, but I just wanted to ask.
But my brain was like, I was like
okay.
switching off mode. But I'm back.
I just wanted to say, like, our play doesn't have an intermission. I think it's like once you go over an hour and a half, that's when you start considering it. And then after 2.5 hours, it's I think definitely.
Unless your directorial intention is to make the audience incredibly uncomfortable. Then make your play as long as you want it and make them sit through it.
Yeah, and blame them for not getting it.
Yeah, I went to a show that was like 4 hours, I think, or something ridiculous. And the claim was that the whole point was it was meant to be mundane. And I don't know. I was like, that's when I started, when my brain started going, I've forgotten what theater is now.
It's like, Angels in America. Yeah, that's got 2 4.5 hour intimate, like halves.
So long.
Yeah. So the first act of Angels in America is like 4 hours, and the second act is like 4.5. So you watch the first act, you have like a 45-minute break, and then you watch second half, and that's also like 4 hours long.
I mean, if it's good theater, I'll sit through it.
Well, that is one of,
you know what I mean?
Like acclaimed as one of the greatest pieces of performance ever.
Great, and chuck a meal in the middle.
They adapted it into a TV show, and it's an 8-hour TV show with 1 hour episodes because it's the same length, but it's split.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You have anything else?
I don't think so.
No.
We're just rehearsing at this point.
Yeah. It's good fun. Hopefully you've liked our little post updates on what we've been doing.
We'll try and give you some more of those.
Yeah, I might do some more videos about me putting together the soundscape in terms of like how I use the programs that we're stuff, because we want to make this all pretty transparent, like basically showing you the entire process. So
how to make show.
And then once we've done the show, I think that there'll be a lot of opportunity to do like post-mortem, like here's the whole script, here's us reading and talking through the whole script, and I think that'll be really cool for us as well in terms of learning and looking back on it and being like, oh.
Truth.
So either way, look forward to things like that. But that's it. Quick episode from us today, but
yeah. And other than that,
we'll meet again.